Good morning, everyone. While we're waiting for others to get in and get settled, now's a good time to grab anything you need to get comfortable. Maybe it's a glass of water, or a hot cup of tea or coffee. Also, if you have items at home and you'd like to smudge, it's a good time to grab these items as we begin to ignite the healing within. And if you don't have smudge at home, that's okay, relatives. We'll send some cleansing, healing, and positive energy your way. It's a new day. It's another sunrise and another sunset. This is our opportunity to reflect on how we're feeling and decide what we need to move forward on our wellness path today. Aloha, kakayaka. Hello and good morning. My name is Malia and I'm a community healer here at the HIR Wellness Institute. We are a non-profit organization that focuses on the mental health and wellness of our relatives of Turtle Island, as well as other Indigenous and underserved communities, and also victims of crime. You can join us here every Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. where we will always breathe and stretch and explore ways to integrate self-care into our daily lives, and we will always honor our cultural traditions, our customs, our ancestry, our strength, and our resilience. So thank you so much for joining us this morning, relatives. I'd like to take a moment to recognize our HIR Wellness Institute team members who are here with us in this virtual circle of care to serve you. We have one of our counseling interns, Elizabeth. How you doing today, Liz? So glad that you're here with us. Liz, like myself, we each have our own unique perspectives, experiences, backgrounds, and upbringing, our own healing modalities. And we bring each of those perspectives here for you, to be with you, to reflect with you. So when you see the HIR Wellness Institute commenting, that is Liz. And to our relatives out there, good morning. We're so glad that you're here with us today. This is an opportunity for all of us to come as we are, to take that mask off, to really focus on what it is that we need and what it is that we're feeling. This is our opportunity to keep it totally real. This is our opportunity to say what you need to say, not only as the healer, but also the person who needs healing. It is one and the same. We can hold space for others here. We can speak directly to them with support, without judgment, without stigma. We can let others here know, hey, I see you. Your pain isn't too much for us to bear in this community. Your need for healing isn't too much for us to bear in this community. And guess what? Whatever it is that you're struggling with, we can work through it because you are worth it. because you are enough. Because every want and need that you have, that takes you closer to being your authentic self, that takes you closer to realizing your purpose in this world, that takes you closer to being accepting of yourself and loving of yourself, it is worth it. If you have something on your mind that's been weighing on you, or something on your mind that's been haunting you, or something on your mind that you can't shake, or something on your mind or that lays and rests within your heart and your spirit that calls you to healing, this is the place that we can talk about it. And to our relatives out there, if you're here just kind of passively listening, I want you to know that your energy is so much appreciated here too, because we are in this collective. I often talk about how each of us walk our own sacred path. That sacred path is the path of healing. That is the sacred path of life. That is the sacred path of choice. And nobody is on your path, only you are. And there's 7 billion of us in this beautiful, diverse, and mysterious place that we call Earth and planet and universe. You are 1 in 7 billion. Your path is 1 in 7 billion. And although it is ours and ours only to walk or crawl or to run or swim or just to sit and reflect on, right now and whenever you're surrounded by other individuals, we are intersecting. We are part of this collective of conscious healing. And that is so powerful. You are so incredibly powerful. So even for our relatives out there, if you're not checking in with us on the comments, that's okay. Your energy is still felt. You are part of this collective. And if and when you decide that it's time that you do want to talk, that you do want to release, that you do have something to say, it will be completely heard here. It will be seen here. It will be respected here. And I mean that with warts and all. There is not, I am not, Liz is not, you are not. None of us here are without the need of healing. None of us here have escaped trauma. We've all been subject to it. But every single one of us, when we're in community activated medicine, this is where my job comes in. My job as a community healer is to hold up that proverbial mirror for you and to let you reflect in it and to let you know I'm here. I'm here to remind you if you forgot. I'm here to encourage you if you never felt like you were enough. If you have, I'm here if you're, and we're all here, if you're one of those people who has always swallowed what it is that you need. I'm here to reflect with you if you're one of those people who's always put everybody else first. Maybe you didn't feel like you were enough. Maybe you were scared to assert yourself in that way. Maybe you've always been told that, hey, we don't see you. That those feelings that you're feeling, they're not valid. These things are lies. And that's why we're here, because we are deconstructing and decolonizing mental health in a way that makes sense for us. And no matter what tribe, clan, or chiefdom you are from, no matter what color of the medicine wheel you are, no matter what color of the rainbow you are, no matter what spiritual belief you are, no matter what political belief you are, yes, relatives, I said no matter what political belief you are deserving of healing and love. And what I mean by decolonizing is we're going to take those constructs that institutionalizes things, that boxes us into a diagnosis, that boxes us into a category of, Indian or Pacific Islander or Asian or Black or whatever. We're going to take these boxes and we're going to say we don't just fit in this one box. We are who we are. We determine our own identities Yes, we do not determine where we come from, we do not determine our bloodline, but we determine how we want to walk on our sacred path. By decolonizing and deconstructing mental health, again, we are more than a diagnosis. We do not always need a therapist or a counselor to aid us in our healing. I'm not saying that you don't, you might. But mental health in the Western world that we are trying to deconstruct is the part that negates or forgets how important the community is, that forgets how important spirit is, that forgets we don't always walk the same path that everybody else does. We are not in this box. We are not linear. We are circular. Our healing is not linear. Some days, who we are, the greatest of who we are, feels like we're on top of a mountain, feels like we're the brightest, fullest of the moon. Other days, the best of who we are is possibly getting out of bed. Other days, the best of who we are might be that we're gonna wake up. We're gonna choose to wake up. Some days we're running and sprinting and healing in towards that healing path. And some days we're just sitting here like, yeah, I don't know. I thought I was good yesterday. I thought everything was great. Now I'm not quite sure. And that's why our earth, our sky, the stars, the moon, it always reminds us there are some things that are consistently here for us. The blessings of what's around us. The moon will always be dark, and the moon will always be bright. The tides will always rise, and the tides will always fall. There will always be a mountaintop, and there will always be a valley. And to me, the way I interpret that is that's the way that the Creator reminds us that we are part of that cycle. And sometimes we're amazing, and sometimes we're in the shadows of that valley. And so wherever you are at that point, wherever you are in the circular, in the cyclical phase of rising and falling and of darkness of light, you still belong. You are still beautiful. You are still enough. And you still have that medicine within you. So with that being said, relatives, let's check in and see how you're doing. Like for real, how you're doing, not like fake, like how's it going? And I don't mean it, I truly mean it. How are you today? How are you today? Feel free to check in the comment section. And if you're one of those people who you're used now, you might be used to it now, to genuinely checking in with yourself and knowing how you are, how you're doing. If you're one of those people who knows, my next question is for you, what do you need today? What do you need right now? So let's go to the comments. I'll read what we have so far for our relatives who've checked in, and that can give an opportunity for our relatives who haven't yet. And also a reminder, you can check in at any time. There's no way you can be late to this video. You can show up 5 minutes before this video is over and you are still on time. Why? Because you govern these videos. It's on your time. This is your healing path. And I'm just here on my healing path, intersecting with you. There's no right and there's no wrong. Okay, so we have Evie. Evie says, good morning, relatives. How you doing, Evie? Send you lots of love, Evie. Glad you're here with us. If you want to check in further, feel free to do so. Barbara, how are you doing? We have the beautiful Ho Chunk woman, Barbara Black Deer McKenty. She says, good morning, everyone. I miss you, Barbara. Love you. Let me see who else we got. Elizabeth says, I'm doing really good today, Malia. Ready for a rejuvenating Friday. Love it, Liz. Beautiful. So glad to hear this. Liz, I always enjoy Fridays with you, for real. I love Fridays with Liz. Liz says, good morning, Evie. Thank you for joining us today. Evie says, Malia all dolled up for us. Thank you, Evie. It's funny, people notice, right? I had to get up earlier for it, but it was worth it. We got some special things we're doing today at the Institute, so I wanted to bring my best self forward. Thanks, Evie. So sometimes coming as you are means, coming full makeup. Sometimes coming as you are means rolling out of bed, you didn't brush your teeth, you didn't comb your hair, you didn't nothing. You're in your jammies. You come as you are here. It's all good. Kathy says, doing some earth walking today. Barefoot on the earth. Sitting my behind on the ground. The earth sign is always drawn to grounding self-care. Kathy, thank you for sharing. That is absolutely beautiful. I'm an earth sign too, Kathy, so I totally get it. Barefoot on the earth as a hula dancer. I hear that. I know how that is. Thank you, Kathy. So beautiful. Good morning. Liz says, good morning, Barbara. We all miss your energy lately. Evie says, love the string music. So calming. Thanks, Evie. That's the Hawaiian slack key guitar. Love it too. Liz says, that is so beautiful. We're so happy you're getting that connection today. Barb says, aw, thank you, Liz. I miss all of you. I am fulfilling my life's purpose, so I'm still around and in community with HIR Wellness, just in a slightly different path now. Thanks, Barbara. Miss you too. Liz asks, relative, who or what are your social supports? So as we're thinking about healing, take a moment to think about when you're walking on your wellness path, who or what do you go to? And you know what we call that? Those people, those actions, those tools, those thoughts, those behaviors, those exercises. That's our medicine kit. Who or what? Who or what helps us go on that healing path? That helps us continue on. That helps us to be. That's your medicine kit. For me today, in my medicine kit, I pulled out some self-love. I woke up early. I combed my hair. Do you ever have one of those teeth brushings where you brush your teeth? I have those mornings. Sometimes it's just a quick, and then there's other times where I'm thorough. Today was one of those days. I was thorough today. That's what I pulled out of my medicine kit. Thorough self-care. So again, relatives, if you're just coming on, let us know. How are you doing? And what is it that you need if you want to go further? Or maybe you just want to get used to talking here on these videos, so you could just say hi. It's all good. Indigo says, good morning, everyone. I'm feeling better today. Had my landlord meeting postponed to this morning, but feeling fine about that, and looking forward to hopefully signing a lease and getting a lot of stress off me soon. Indigo, thanks for letting us all know how you've been and what's going on. We know that there's been a lot of significant things that are happening and changes that are upcoming. So send you lots of love and that energy of grace and peace. We're here for you, Indigo. Good morning, Colleen. Colleen says, good morning, relatives. Enjoying some corn, mush, and berries. Love it, Colleen. Food is medicine. Culture is medicine. Ancestral medicine. Beautiful, Colleen. Thank you for being here and sharing that. Marie Dragonfly says, good morning. Good morning, Marie. I love this circle. I've been passively listening this week. Glad to be here with you all. Oh, we love it that you're here, Marie. Always glad to see you, that you're here and that you're with us. Thank you. Hearts and turtles, right back at you. Liz says, Indigo, that's great. Hopefully that goes the way you are hoping. I agree with that, Indigo, and I love how you're, how you found some peace. You found some peace when you go to Creator. For those of you who believe in that, I do, that, if we sit here and worry and try and control everything and try and do the uncontrollable, that can be very stressful. So when we when we just let go and say, these things are out of my control, let's let the universe handle it, maybe there you can find some peace. Abby says, I listen to my astrologer/spiritual advisor daily updates. I have 3 that I follow, and they all bring healing to me. I walk barefoot whenever it is warm weather. Only wear flip-flops when going out. Awesome, Evie. Evie says Self-Care Friday. That's right, Self-Care Friday, everyone. TGIF, right? For those of you, well, some of you, maybe you're working all weekend, maybe you got a lot going on this weekend. But for those of you who can really celebrate and just kick back for the weekends, awesome, happy for you. For those of you who are busy this weekend and have a lot going on, may you find those moments of peace and joy. Joy for simply for enjoyment. Pleasure for pleasure's sake. Self-care for the sake of being able to turn that light and shine it on you. It's amazing because, we talk a lot about radical healing and social justice and decolonizing mental health and indigenizing spaces and reclaiming our ancestry and reclaiming our traditions. And the beauty of that is when we do all these things, they are healing. Another thing that's really healing is enjoying life for life's sake and pleasure for pleasure's sake. It's a heavy world out there sometimes. Our lives aren't always easy. So when we can consciously take those moments and be like, right now, I'm taking all those worries, I'm taking all of that, and I'm going to sit here and I'm going to enjoy my cup of tea, or I'm going to enjoy my company, I'm going to watch that movie I love, I'm going to laugh for the sake of laughing. These moments are also radical healing. Which reminds me, Friday at 1 p.m. today, at Fridays, so today from around 1, sometimes it's more like 1:30, we do have our Radical Joy, where we literally, team members and any visitors here at the Institute, just come onto these lives and we just talk about what makes us happy, what joy means to us, what pleasure means to us, what brings us fun, what brings us laughter, what reminds us that this world is a beautiful place to be in. So 1 p.m. today. Also, if you are one of our Indigenous elders and you're in the Milwaukee area or the surrounding area, from 9 a.m. to noon on Fridays this summer through the middle of August, we have our elders social hours. People come, they bring stuff out of their garden, our elders just talk story, they hang out, we listen to music, we do artwork, we do whatever, and it's governed by our elders. It's one of the most beautiful, I love it. I just love being with the elders. It's one of the best parts of the week. If you're one of our Indigenous elders, please feel free to call the HIR Wellness Institute or to schedule on our summer program. You can find it right on our Facebook page, our summer program. You can literally click on the Elder Social Hour on the poster, the summer poster, and it will take you to registration. So yes, relatives, a lot of healing stuff, opportunities happening all the time. Liz says, thank you, Marie. We love that for you for checking in with us. We hope today is healing for you. Agreed. Peggy says, no wabin. Good morning. Peggy, I hope I said that right. Please correct me if I did not. This is great. I invited a friend to this. She says she needed this. Thank you. You're welcome, Peggy, and to your friend too. You're part of the medicine. Thank you for being part of this collective and growing that healing energy right here in real time at this very moment. That's community activated medicine. That's you. We're so thankful for you all. Liz says, Evie, that is beautiful. We often forget how much peace we can get from reconnecting in that way. Liz says to Peggy, good morning, Peggy. Always, you are medicine for us as much as we are for you. Liz, you're just making me smile today. I got all the good stuff. Susie says, going through this grief is not easy. And I just miss him. And all this residential school talks brings up a lot, as he was a survivor. Thank you for allowing yourself to be vulnerable in this space, Susie, and for sharing. Yeah, we're here for you. We're here for you. Susie, I do have a question, and you don't have to answer like in the comments if you don't want to, but have you attended one of our grief vigils on Monday from 1 to 3? Just like our live programs, you click onto it on our Facebook here on Mondays from 1 to 3, and we can do a silent vigil with you, we can pray with you, we can hold space for you. We're here for you, Susie. Claudia Meyer-Smith, our occupational therapist, is here with us. Claudia is another absolutely beautiful human being, and a healer in occupational therapy. Claudia says, good morning, Malia and everyone. Sitting here waiting for my car to be serviced, sitting outside enjoying the air. 2 for 1, Claudia. Get some healing and get it done. Good for you. Lots of love, Claudia. We'll see you soon. Barbara says, hi, Claudia. Liz says, Susie, thank you for your sharing. Thank you for letting us walk in your journey. Absolutely. And Claudia says hi to Barbara. Barbara mentions too, Wednesday Talking Circle is available too. Yes, relatives. So there's a lot of opportunities if you are feeling that you need extra support, if you need to talk it out. The Wednesday Talking Circle, 1 to 3. Again, you access it through Facebook Live on Wednesdays. It'll take you right to Zoom. And what's cool, it's like our R&Rs, but we get to talk to each other with a mic, and we get to see each other. So it's Zoom, but you don't have to talk and you don't have to be seen. It's completely optional. And seriously, relatives, whatever you're going through, if it's stress from your landlord, if it's you're missing and mourning a loved one, if you are, if you're passively listening, or you're going through some huge things or not so huge things, maybe you're just like, you know what, I don't want to be alone right now. You can show up on these Wednesday Talking Circles and it will be what it needs to be. We have no agenda. If you want to come up onto these, these talking circles on Zoom on Wednesday and just keep your mic and camera off, you can. Or if you just need to get something out and you need a safe place to do it, or if you just need to process what's going on, all of that. Peggy says, thank you, lovely ladies. You're welcome, Peggy. For real. And thanks all of you relatives for just being here, for making this healing circle what it is. So again, never too late to check in. I see there's a handful of people who are coming in. If you're just coming in now, that's okay. You can still check in. I want to do a check-in. My check-in is, last night, I was struggling with not being enough. I was feeling kind of alone. Do you ever have that feeling? Like, I know I'm not alone. I have a lot of friends that love me. I have a lot of family that loves me. I have a lot of support with all of you and with the HIR Wellness Institute, and just, I know I'm not alone, but yesterday was one of those days where, despite all of these things, my mind was feeling alone. My heart was feeling alone. And I was feeling like I wasn't enough. I was feeling like I wasn't enough, and it kind of was given that empty feeling and that sad feeling. And it was just one of those nights. It was just one of those nights. And so I woke up today and I was like, you know what? I am enough. And that's why I was like, I'm going to access my medicine kit. I'm going to talk to my family. I'm going to be kind to myself and forgiving to myself. I'm going to take a little extra care on my body. A little bit of extra self-care. And the reason I share this, relatives, I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for any of that. I'm sharing because I want to let you know, when you have those moments, when you are feeling that way, community activated medicine can be there where others can remind you. If you're struggling with that, we can help you access those things in your medicine kit, or maybe put something new in your medicine kit that can help you. Or if you're simply just like, you know what, I'm not feeling enough today, like, can someone see me? Can someone hear me? Can someone... Yeah, we can. That's the power of community. We can. And it's easy. It's so easy in today's world to not feel like we're enough, right? I talk about this a lot. You might feel like you're not young enough, or you're not old enough, or you're not thin enough, or your body isn't big enough in some parts or small enough in other parts. You might feel like you're not smart enough. You might feel like you don't have enough money. You might not feel like whatever it is. It's that feeling of enoughness or not enoughness. And when we feel like we're not, you might not even know that you feel that way. But there's some indicators. For example, like, you might compromise your relationships. I don't feel like I'm enough, therefore I'm accepting this, and I'm accepting less of this, less of that. I don't feel like I'm enough, so I'm not going to speak up for what I feel. I'm not going to express my needs. I don't feel like I'm enough. And so that's kind of the theme of the things I wanted to talk about today, because those things, it's easy to feel that way in a society that tells us we need to buy this to fix that. We need to do this in order to do that. We need to strive to always make more money, or strive to be thinner, or strive to look younger, or strive, whatever it is. It's all just noise. And then we also have those of us who've dealt with historical trauma. Your people aren't enough, your language isn't enough, your religion isn't enough, and so on and so forth. I know those experiences. I've lived those as well too. And so it's almost like as if we feel like we have to work twice as hard as sometimes those of us around us. And then sometimes it's hard to feel like enough, because those people who don't understand that, and the ignorance of what they don't understand, we end up getting shamed for asking to be equal, or telling people that we are enough, or telling people just because I don't see it this way doesn't mean that I am not enough. And so, point is, I know I can ramble, is that you are enough. There's a lot of outside variables that bring a lot of noise and can sometimes have us question. And that's why when we're here, we literally are here to reflect on you and what you need, and also what your heart and your soul and your spirit tells you need. We can give it this moment every Monday through Friday to reflect on that, so that we can begin to build the strength of our enoughness, so that eventually, like a muscle, when we keep telling ourselves and using that over and over again, I am enough, my feelings matter, I'm important, I don't need to please everybody, I don't need to lie about everything. And what I mean by that is, I don't need to lie that I'm okay. I don't need to tell people I'm okay when I'm not. I don't need to to always brush off those comments that are hurtful. It's your choice. It's your choice, and I found that when we take this time to access our medicine kit whenever we need it, as often as we can, to practice joy, to practice gratitude, and to speak up, and to say, hey, I'm here, I'm taking up space. Y'all, I don't know, I'm gonna take up space right now at this moment. I am taking up space. The more we do that, the more it becomes stronger. We can more easily access the beauty of who we are. We can more easily ignite that medicine and that fire within us. Let's go to the comments section and see how everyone's doing. Indigo says, in the midst of all this craziness lately, I'm preparing to teach an intro to energy workshop tomorrow morning. That is amazing, Indigo. I'm going to share one of the poems you shared with us. Malia, the one from Clarissa Pincola Estes. Yes, I love that one. You gave me chills, Indigo. I've also given a few energy work sessions during this stressful time, though it's been challenging at times. I think that both reaching out to others for support and reaching into myself and my team of guides to be able to support others have both been key in my being able to deal with all this drama in my life recently. Giving me the chills over here, Indigo. I love what Indigo says. I think that both reaching out to others for support and reaching into myself and my team of guides to be able to support others have been key. Life isn't always easy. 2020 showed us that. We didn't even need 2020 to let us know life was hard, right? Difficulty can and likely will always be present at some point. We gotta arm ourselves as those peaceful and loving warriors. That's through your medicine kit. That's through you. That's through us. Through community activated medicine, your support systems. By us, I mean your plant relatives, your animal relatives, Papakawunua, our Mother Earth, Wakia Kalani, our Father Sky, Creator, all these things. And I don't even mean to be spiritually specific. You might be like, no, I'm atheist. That's okay. Cool. That's your choice. You're still enough. You're still worthy of love. You're still beautiful. It doesn't matter what your spirit does or doesn't choose, right? As long as you're choosing what it is that you need. That can manifest or look however it needs to look for you. Evie asks, where can I join your workshop? Is there an energy exchange? Okay, Evie, so I'm thinking you're asking this to Indigo. Yep, Indigo, please feel free to share any info. You're more than welcome to share a link or whatever, Indigo, you are welcome to do that. Liz says, this is amazing, Indigo. Often helping others can be great for you. We know that your beautiful energy will shine, and we hope that you get to see that in yourself. Claudia says, I love to check in and be here just to fill up, especially when in not enough empty place. The music in the background, conversations, greetings, teas, everything about R&Rs reminds me I am enough. Claudia, you're more than enough. You're amazing. You are Claudia. Claudia is awesome. Liz says, Claudia, I hope you know how healing you are to us in your mentorship role. You have such a welcoming and calming force. I 100% agree with that, Liz. Okay, relatives. I know we've got sort of gone deep into enoughness, deep into emotion today. Just quickly, I'll talk about my morning elixir. It's a big old jug of water. Please, relatives, feel free to share what elixir is in your cup this morning. Yeah. These aren't ours. They'll be what they need to be, and it feels good. It feels full today. So, again, relatives, whatever you need, know that we have programs where you can come in, you can talk about it. Check out our summer program schedule. If you want to know what's the easiest way to get to it, you're here on our Facebook page. Just go to the HIR Wellness Institute Facebook page, and you know the cover pictures? There's like usually a cover picture and then there's a banner picture. The banner picture on our Facebook page right now currently is our summer programming. It has the whole schedule, the times. You can quite literally click on that banner, and it's a PDF file, and it will literally take you to any of those programs. So it's like a hyperlink. You just click on the poster and it'll take you there. Yeah. Indigo says, we're playing, she's saying, this one is through a Canadian authentic relating group I've been a part of for the past year. You can sign up for a free 2-week membership and get my workshop included within that. They don't auto bill after the trial. Awesome. That's great news. No auto bill. Okay, cool. I'm doing another by donation at the end of the month for a local dance community. This is the link for tomorrow's event. Beautiful. Thanks for the share, Indigo. Relatives, I want to say mahalo nui loa. Thank you so much for being here with us today. For bringing all of you, or the part of you that needs healing, or for bringing the medicine not only to yourself but to others here who need it. You are so incredibly special. And I don't mean that as a platitude. I don't mean that inauthentically. I don't mean it as like some... Remember Stuart Smalley from Saturday Night Live? You might remember him. I don't mean it like that. I mean absolutely genuinely that you are enough. Yes, you make mistakes. Yes, you're not perfect. Yes, healing is a journey that we are always on until we take our last breath. And yes, you are the medicine. You are deserving of joy, laughter, love, respect, relationships, time, truth. Malama pono ikukino, take good, righteous care of your mind. Take good, righteous care of your body, and your heart, and your spirit. Aloha nui, huge love to you all out there, relatives. You deserve love. You deserve all the love. You are loved, and you are love. Before we go, there's a community survey that's linked to this video. It's completely anonymous, and it asks just a few questions. Relatives, please take the survey. I'm asking. This is how we keep our funding going. This is how we understand how best to serve you. This is how we don't have to ask for insurance cards. You don't need to have insurance to come here and walk the healing path. You're already on it. And we're here to walk alongside you. And as an ask for reciprocity, as part of that circular way, that Indigenous way, please take that survey. Liz says, thank you for being here with us today and sharing your journey with us this Friday. We hope that you carry yourselves with kindness and love today, and know that you are where you need to be today in this journey. Spoken so beautifully, Liz. So from all of us to all of you, have a beautiful Friday. Ahui ho aku no. We'll see you later. And aloha.